Hey everybody, welcome back to So Many Me. I know I haven't been around for most of this guide, but these boss fights from here on out are terrible. Just absolutely horrible, so I felt I really ought to be here and help explain some of the details of it. So this fight in particular is broken up into 6 little sections. You have checkpoints, luckily. God, this would be impossible without checkpoints. This first area, it's broken up into running and fighting. This first area, obviously, running. Just make sure you're out of the way of the big bird. And it'll take a few times just learning the pattern, learning where everything is. You can't damage the bird at this point, so just focus on dodging and making it through the level. The screen will constantly scroll through this. It does slow down in certain little sections, especially when it changes directions like you saw there. But for the most part, it's going to keep going constantly. Oh, it sucks. It's horrible. You'll hear me say that a lot about these boss fights. Alright, so here is the second part to all this, the fighting. So you have these 2 little gizmos come out. I don't know why. There's no rhyme or reason for half of this. But these will introduce these little guys, which they lock on to where you're standing currently. But as soon as you see them move, that's when you want to jump and get out of their way. For this first fight, just try to stay on the ground. Try to stay as low as possible. And you'll have to go through this little pattern twice here. So dodge the little guys, then dodge the big guy, big bird. I don't know what it is. And then watch out for, you know, after the bird's been injured and it's floating off screen, it can still hurt you. So be sure you're out of the way, because that is frustrating. Alright, so here we are back into the running, but now we've got some of these little birds. Try and do this, try and do all this really quickly. Try and stay as far ahead of the screen as you can, because you'll need as much time to dodge the bird. And it helps if you're not having to worry about keeping up with the screen at the same time. But, oh, see, that was really close. Probably should have waited a second through her there. Now just climb your way up to the top. And sometimes you can see in the background, like right there, the bird will fly across the background. That's the bird resetting itself and going to the same side that it just attacked you from. So just keep an eye out for that. Now this second fight, obviously, there is no safe place to stand. You can climb on the cloud to the left and the little platform on the right, but you put yourself in a lot of risk being on the edge of the screen. So the trick here is try to be as close to the bottom of the screen as you can. And try to be on the opposite side of where the bird is going to be coming from. That way you can stay low and be out of the way. The little birds are the hard part. Just jump up, try into... There you go. Get out of the way. And again, make sure you're out of the way when the bird floats off screen after being hit, so it can still hit you. Thank God I got the checkpoint there. Alright, so we're done with the fighting at least. That last fight was the hardest part. Now we're just running, and we'll have one more kind of run section. We'll have to do damage to the bird in this next little part. So once you get the bird, your own bird, the balloon bird, you have to damage the duffin before you make it to the top. The best time is right there when it stops. And you see, I actually got hit, but I still got the achievement for beating it, even though I didn't beat the level. So I wanted to keep this in. I only die, I think, one more time. Yeah, I think that's it. This time I'll make it through. There's a lot to dodge, so expect to have to do this a couple times. It's just a horrible boss fight. I don't know why they chose to do it this poorly. Oh, and I almost died here because I got stuck under the main platform. But there you go. That's the final boss fight. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.